morning. I am going to be brief because I have a cough and a cold, so sorry about that. My voice is not strong, so I'll do my best, but I just want to point out, you're in week 5, so yay, first of all. And in your learning objectives every week, you notice I'm having you use those as your headings for your journal so that you can keep the information you get from your readings and viewings organized under these headings. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is because I want the class to make sense to you. But the other reason I'm doing it is because you're in the understand and know phase of the process. And when you get to the analysis of play and the play activities, then you'll be in the doing process. So you'll be knowing, understanding, and then applying that knowledge to what you do with children. So when you get to those analysis of play and the play activity plan, be sure you use your notes and that you're applying different aspects of what you've learned here to what you're going to do. So this week we're in chapters 5, 6, and 7 in Early Childhood Theories today. And the reason those are all read together is because these philosophies and play approaches have a lot of overlap and similarities, and then some things, of course, that are different. And different teachers pull different things from these strategies. So sometimes you'll hear centers say, we're a Montessori school or we're a Reggio school. And I think it's really important to keep in mind that all of these approaches that you're reading about have value in them. And I would encourage you as a teacher to, or if you're not in the classroom yet, when you do get in the classroom, I would encourage you not to push yourself to identify with any one of these particular approaches. They all have value. I've been a teacher for over 40 years, and I can tell you that there were times in my career that I really dove in and focused on one approach. But even when I did that, I knew there were other approaches and other things from those spaces that also were good and worth implementing. The overall piece that we want you to get from this course is that play is the way children manage their own learning. And our role in that is to facilitate it, provide for it, and then ask the right guiding questions to help stimulate thought and problem solving when it's a child who needs that kind of guidance. Sometimes children will self-propel and they just push themselves along the train tracks and they don't need us at all, really. In fact, we're trying to keep up with them. But knowing that is part of what you're looking at, especially as we go into the role of the adult in these play experiences. So you're going to be looking at 2 videos from the Reggio Emilia approach and breaking those down a little bit to start looking at what do teachers do in classrooms that are play-based. And there's sort of this idea that if they're play-based, they're just playing and you're not doing anything. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is that the teacher's role in play-based settings comes before the child actually is there, because you're considering what to put there, and comes in the aftermath where you're observing and documenting and then deciding, well, so now what should I do with these children based on what you've observed and documented. So part of what we're also going to go into is how to observe and document play, and how to know when to enter in and when to come out. So let's look carefully at that in these videos and in your reading. I think it'll really help you quite a bit. All right, so let's go on to look at the content. Here's your journal as usual. In the journal, there's an article assigned as well as the 2 chapters, and then here are your 2 videos. Everyday Utopias is longer. It's I think an hour, and I think Shadow Stories is like 20 minutes. So so you can play in for your viewing. These will not be videos that you can just listen to. Most of what you're going to learn from them, you'll be watching. So please make time for that to happen. So yeah, that's it for your journal. The 3 chapters, the article, and the viewings. And for your analysis of play assignment, that is due on the 23rd of September, and you're going to submit it right here. It is due 1 day past your usual due date, and I'm giving you that extra 24 hours to make sure you submit the paper that you want to submit. Give yourself time after the observations and your notes to really organize yourself and be sure you follow the directions carefully that I gave you in the video where I go over that analysis of play submission 1, where we're looking at Parton's stages of play. You should have plenty of examples of that and also be able to write clearly about your observation. So I hope you will enjoy it too. So there's no good that can come if there's no joy in what you're doing. So have a good week. Get your analysis of play done. Most of you have chosen your sites, which is great. I have not heard from the ELC students about when they plan to go, so I can make that request to the ELC. So please get that email to me quickly because you will need to go there this coming week if you're going to get your paper done in time on the 23rd. So that's just, I wanted to make sure everybody else knows that your site has been approved, and I'm hoping you have gone ahead and made arrangements to start this assignment.